What the fuck is up? Higher point of view here. It is your West Coast Packer backer. Here to discuss the first NFL playoff game this year for the Packers. Offense only, y'all. You know, I've been looking at film all goddamn night and all day. Up until about goddamn right now. So, I hope you just, value my opinion and can look with your own eyes to see what the fuck I'm talking about in certain situations, Man, I'm gonna have to break this shit down in layman's for some people, man. Like, I don't know if they just watching the box score. I don't know if they really watching what's going on, but like, you can't just look at a car accident and be like, because I'm going to compare interception to a car accident right now. You can't just do it like a car accident and come at the end and say, oh man, this person was such an asshole. They ran into the back of this person and then caused a 12-car pileup. What you didn't know is leading to him crashing into the back of somebody, his fucking car fucking slid off of some oil that was on the road. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to talk about what led up to the situation. Y'all just want to talk about, look at the box score and be like, Jordan Love, 3 interceptions. Like, nah, did y'all look at what the fuck happened before so? Did y'all actually look at the play in depth like I did? Now, again, maybe you need to come to me for that, and I'll continue to give you this because when I watch film, I'm not just watching highlights, y'all. Anybody can watch a highlight and be like amazed by it because it's a fucking highlight. I watch down to down, series to series, in a row. I don't know if y'all know, but there's like a highlight you could just look up on YouTube, but there's something you can actually, y'all do your own homework, but NFL All 22. It gives you every angle that you would need from every play to look at what the fuck really going on, because the broadcast angles aren't always accurate. Sometimes you'll see the ball snap, the ball thrown, and the ball in the air. You don't see any of the battling that the receiver and the corner are doing before the catch, but you just see the ball in the air because the way they like to broadcast it. The quarterback is a star, so they show him go back, throw a ball, and hopefully the guy catches it. Or hopefully it's an interception, as long as it makes the game more exciting. That's how they look at shit. So, and then again, for y'all, listen, first of all, if you a Packer and got a G on your helmet, bro, I'm rolling with you no matter what. I'm just rolling with you, bro, until you gone. There's been certain situations like a Josh Jackson or like a Bakhtiari where, it gets hard at times to keep faith and hope that somebody comes back how they used to be, or hope somebody just shows the potential that they showed in their draft, them being a draft prospect. I'm talking about Josh Jones in that situation, Bakhtiari and his injury. Everybody wants him to just come back. But again, he ain't predict all these injuries. He didn't do these injuries on himself. It happened, and then he had a bad fucking surgery. It has nothing to do with him. It is not his fault, y'all. But back to Jordan Love. Everybody wants to look at the 3 interceptions. I've read headlines that said, Jordan Love, 3 interceptions in first preseason game. Why didn't y'all say anything about the good shit? Because there was a lot of good shit, and that's what I'm going to go with. Hey, the glass is always half full to me, y'all. It's half motherfucking full. Hey, they were saying some motherfuckers in my last video was saying I didn't look high enough. First of all, I'm roasted as fuck already. I'm high. And I'm about to smoke again. And then I told you I just got a haircut, y'all. So that area I ain't too, cool with. It's cool. I've been over there before and all that, obviously. But it ain't an area that people know me like that to know like, oh, that's such and such right there, I seen some, some activity going on. So I had to get up out of there. So I didn't want to be too buzz high anyway. But now I'm in a spot where I'm comfortable at. So we about to blaze the fuck up. But we're going to talk about this preseason game, offense only, because it'll fry my brain to continue to talk about defense, and offense. And, I would just get lost. So let's talk about this game, offense only, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what the fuck I seen. Y'all might have seen somebody else's point of view. Y'all might have heard and watched somebody else's, but you have not seen the higher point of view. They did not hit some fire-ass, bomb-ass weed out here before they start their analyzation. And I did it before, and I'm about to do it now for y'all who said I wasn't too high. Shout out to y'all, too. All right, everybody wants to talk about the Jordan Love 3 interceptions. Well, let's fucking talk about it. 2 of them were not his fault. One of them was a throw to Davis, the tight end, who I've spoke highly about. A lot of people in Wisconsin are talking about like he can be the second tight end, catching tight end behind Tunyon, or possibly a third tight end. At minimum, him and Big Dog will be switching out, whether we pass or run, who knows. But he fucking did a play. And then listen, I heard of something, I don't know, I've heard somewhere throughout my research today, like Jordan couldn't sustain drives. Well, first of all, he had 2 touchdowns, right? So that's 2 touchdowns. That's 2 drives that he sustained. And then another thing is he only played 1 half. So those are 2 touchdowns. That's 2 drives he sustained. The other one where he threw a pass to the tight end Davis, and he just had the wrong form of catching the ball. Listen, if the ball hit your hands, that means you got to bring that shit down. Hey, that's one of my coach-isms, and I believe in it too. If it hit your hands, that means you had a possibility to catch it. If not, don't let it hit your hands, 9 times out of 10, if you catching the ball like this so high, at the point of attack, you already supposed to have your hands there ready so it to come. So what Tyler Davis did is he was all, at the same time doing this, coming to the ball, and his hands just hit the ball and popped it up. That's what causes interceptions, you guys. And this happened a couple times in this game. So Tyler Davis, we were at the 11. You do, you can, if you want to nitpick, you can say the pass was kind of high, but it was very catchable. So Tyler Davis, that's on you. You caused Jordan Love an interception. Nobody's going to look at you. All they're going to look at you is your receptions, touchdowns, and yards. They ain't going to look at the interceptions that you caused to your quarterback. So that was one that was not Jordan Love's fault. We're going to move on. So that's 3 right now. That is 3 drives that he consistently sustained already. 2 touchdowns and 1 that was an interception. It was on the fucking 11-yard line. That is at least a touchdown, you guys. Those are some points. So 3 drives, he done made some points. The 4th drive, great job by Amari Rodgers returning. But then he took it to, that was the longest return we didn't have, I would say, in 2 years. So the offense came on and they did not score again. Now it was a play. Everybody wants to talk about Romeo Doubs' touchdown play. You always want to talk about the good shit about him. Oh, yeah, he did catch a touchdown, but who threw him that touchdown? God damn it, who threw the perfect pass for him to catch it? Put it in the right spot. Looked like an Aaron Rodgers pass. The first thing I thought about, one of his passes was like Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, when the defensive back's back is turned to me, I know he don't know where I'm going with the ball, so I'm going to throw it wherever I can as soon as he, turns his head. As soon as this guy turned his head, Jordan made his move. Dude didn't know where it was going. That's when he hit Sammy Davis for the touchdown. But we're going to rewind. We'll go back to this. But what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, just him sustaining drives. The first one, he scored twice, so that's 2 sustained drives. The third one, interception to Tyler Davis. That was a reason, and it was Tyler Davis' fault. Solely his fault, nobody else's. That was a reason that we didn't get 3 points. We would have at least got 3 points that time. It might have been the 3rd down. The next time, Romeo Doubs. We're driving again. We are on the 50. Slide a pass to him that he should have brought down. He did bring down almost, but then the physicality gets involved. I don't know if the corner, I don't know if San Francisco's roster that good, but I don't know if that corner was in the 2nd or 3rd year and just trying to make a roster spot, but he literally took that shit out of Romeo's hand and took possession before he went out of bounds, and that was another interception. You cannot blame that on Jordan Love. And if Romeo would have caught that and brought that down, it would have at least been on the 40, which is another field goal chance for us that Jordan Love could have gotten us. And another thing, what are we asking Jordan Love to do? We're asking him to get better, aren't we? So what we should be looking at, we're not comparing him to a 4-time MVP. That would be unfair, and he'll never win that situation. But what we can compare him to is him last year. Is he better now than he is last year? I fucking believe so. The command is better. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's very calm. Him calling the plays, like, there's no hesitancy. He just looks really comfortable in what he's doing. And it seems it's true, because I've heard LaFleur talk. He said a couple of times the receivers ran the wrong route or they got knocked off on their route. And that makes a big difference. If you think somebody is about to be somewhere, according to the playbook and the call that was just called for you, you might just have hope and good faith and throw the ball before the receiver makes the cut. But if he doesn't make that certain cut at the area that you don't think he's going to make it, you already released the ball. The corner's got the advantage. Even on that interception against Amari Rodgers, it looks like it's like 100% Love's fault that he shouldn't have thrown that. But if he would have seen ahead of time, it just the corner at the right time took advantage of position in the play and came through and made the interception. I wouldn't even put that on Jordan. And I'm not going to put that on Jordan because you guys got to look, again, we're gonna consider an interception an accident. So a car accident, you can't say a guy's listening to loud music, being a dickhead asshole, and runs into the back of somebody. There was oil spilled on the road, which he lost control, and then he ran into somebody. Y'all didn't look at the story. Y'all didn't look at what happened ahead of time. So again, a couple of these times, 2 of these interceptions were definitely not Jordan Love's fault, and one of them is questionable. I don't think he should have thrown it, but that play, LaFleur said, Mario was supposed to be doing something else at that time in the route, which could be true. Sometimes, give kudos to the corner because for a corner to knock a receiver off his route, that's what he's supposed to do. Sometimes you would hope that they do it at the beginning of the route, but sometimes they do it in the middle of the route. Y'all Madden players know what's up. It looked like a receiver about to be wide open from the way they open the route, but then right in the middle, after you throwing the ball, the corner takes advantage of the situation and you throw an interception, I'm just trying to be real with y'all. So, we're going to motherfucking move on from Jordan Love, but listen, let's talk about the good things, God forbid, right? What a beautiful touchdown to Romeo Dubs. Credit to Romeo for that. He got some releases for your ass, bro. He ain't got that hop, step kind of Davante kind of release, but he has some shimmy in his shit. Like, he's going left and right. You don't know which way he's going to go. And then he goes into his route, and then he digs out. Like, again, Romeo, credit to you, bro. Beautiful touchdown to Romeo Dubs. Romeo Dubs just threw the ball and caught it himself, y'all, right? And then another one to your boy. Now, this is another thing in football that y'all might not know, but y'all should know. Some quarterbacks and receivers detailing, like, some just have connections. If they're real friends in life, if they played together in high school before, or if they just understand a certain language that a quarterback tells to some of his receivers. Like, this one, I'm going to call a Dewey. When I throw a Dewey, that means you do this. It could be any kind of language that a guy could further understand from a quarterback that can make him have a connection. And I'm glad Jordan Love has a connection. Why would he have a connection with Danny Davis III? It's because Jordan normally runs with the twos and Danny Davis runs with the twos. So to see that he has a connection with a certain player on the team is good. That shows that he's developing and learning in this game. Again, he is limited and been lacking snaps, y'all. Y'all got to look at that. What if y'all sent y'all kid to school, say, God forbid your kid got COVID or whatever, and he missed a year of kindergarten. And then you put him in the first grade, knowing he didn't go to kindergarten. And then you want to say, you're going to, at some point, you're going to tell the teacher, like, listen, he might be a little behind, but he's a quick learner. He'll learn. Or, you know what, he missed a lot of time last year. So, we're just putting him in. He might be a little behind the students. Like, if it's your kid, you're going to fight for him. You're going to, just act like these dudes is your kids out here, y'all. Like, y'all a little too harsh too soon. There are 3 preseason games, y'all. There, not one. If it was only one preseason game, I would admit to y'all, and I would say, you know what? It's not what I think I was going to see from Jordan Love. But he has 2 more fucking games to improve. And then again, let me tell you about Shanahan and fucking LaFleur. These guys are arch enemies at the time. They used to be friends. You know how it go to normal superhero movie. You used to be friends. Something happened. Y'all break up. Y'all go to certain different teams, and now you become rivals. Now, Niners done beat on us a couple times in NFC, divisional games, and all that. You already fucking know that. Jimmy Garoppolo is 4-0 against us. Do you think Matt LaFleur is really about to go out there and show some shit, show anything, even though we don't play them this year? We beat them last year early. I didn't think we were going to play them. I didn't think that they were going to make the playoffs at the time, 2-3 games after we beat them. They were going down, and then they ended up catching up and making the playoffs and beating us. So I didn't think we would play them then. So even though we're not playing them this year, I know in the back of LaFleur's mind is like, this playbook is going to be very vanilla. I'm not showing them shit. Hey, Joe, I don't give a fuck. Don't show them shit. Just do your regular shit. Like, these are not plays. It's better to get an understanding of how these players are developing. But again, it's still the preseason. Regular season, you get game plan around you, specifically you, and what the fuck you do good and what you don't do good. What you don't do good, they're going to try to attack it. What you do good, they're going to try to take it away from you. NFL game plan every week. You're going to see that week 1 through fucking 17 or 18, however many it is. But preseason is still people putting out vanilla shit. They do want to see progression and see how people read things and do good. So that's another thing about Jordan Love. This is not a specific playbook and game plan like, oh, we're going to attack them this way, Jordan, so do this. This is just throw shit against the wall and see what sticks. So give the motherfucker a break, y'all. We can't crown nobody after one game, you guys. It's giving me vibes about the motherfucking rookie class. After the first day of the draft, when we got 2 defenders who are going to contribute this year again. Don't be clapping when Quay make a play. Don't be clapping when Devondre Campbell make a play. Hey, we drafted 2 of them and didn't get any receivers. Oh, man, the Packers are horrible. They didn't get Rodgers no help. We didn't even get Watson or the great, Romeo, how art thou Romeo? Romeo Dubs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got him after all that complaining. So can you guys relax a little bit, okay? Again, I'm the guy you need to come to. I'm the one staying up till 3, 4 in the morning watching fucking preseason games and clips. You know what I'm saying? So, let's fucking move on from Love. We're going to go to the offensive line. Jon Runyan, Josh Myers, and Jake Hansen. Great fucking job. So, Jake Hansen, you did so good with your physicality. I was shocked. I was surprised. And just off of this film, I'm willing to go with you week 1, bro. Really good with the hands. You move around and you look for work. And you even did a touchdown celebration when Romeo Dubs caught that touchdown. You called that shit when the ball was in the air. You already knew what was happening. So for you to call some shit with the ball in the air, that means you did your job in that play. So fucking good job to you. I think you earned you a roster spot, and you might have to start at right guard, because at right tackle, Royce did not do good. I told y'all ahead of time, I did not like Royce at the right tackle. I just didn't think he could do it at the NFL level. Yes, he did it at Ole Miss, but a lot of times Packers get tackles from college and put him down to a guard. I think that's what he's going to be. But I think with Hansen coming in shining like this, when they tried Royce at right guard, they're like, well, shit, we might need Hansen to start. So what they did, they seen enough from Hansen. He did a good job. They put Royce back at the right guard and then had, Zach Tom at the right tackle. Now, I'm sorry to say, y'all, Zach Tom is better at right tackle from what I seen during this game than Royce Newman. So, hey, we might have a starting lineup of Hansen and Zach Tom. Royce might be out of it. Just like I told him in my Big Homie series, your spot is not guaranteed. This is a different year, and other motherfuckers might earn the opportunity to play before you. That connection right there is going to come in a little later. So, good job to y'all 3. Josh Myers and Jon Runyan, just been the standard of what I look for in the offensive lineman. Both of y'all was on it. Even when you did start losing, advantage in certain positions, your recovery was very good, the both of you. There was no time where you just got punked. So now I'm going to talk about the exterior. The interior was cool. You see I called out Runyan, Myers, and Hansen. That's the guard, center, and guard. Now we're going to call out both tackles. Yash, I thought I was going to see more, bro. I'm sorry. There's too much pressure coming from your way, particularly in the interception against Amari Rodgers. Again, people don't look at the oil spill on the car crash. They look at just the car crash and they blame the person. Hey, say a motherfucker got convicted for murder in the first degree against a guy. You looking at him like, God damn, first degree murder, what a horrible person he is. But then the backstory in the news is the guy he actually killed actually raped his daughter, but they didn't get enough time and the witness didn't show up to the motherfucking court. And, they had to dismiss it. Like, y'all looking at him like he's horrible of a person, but he actually killed the guy who raped his daughter. Like, shit like that. Y'all got to look at the whole situation. Don't look at the interception. Look at what led to it. Yosh Nijman had too much pressure coming from that way. That's supposed to be your blind side. You're supposed to have trust in that. And if you're going to be blocking for 12, you're going to have to do better, Yosh. If not, you're going to get taken out by another guy who I seen, Caleb Jones, y'all. Caleb Jones, 6'9", 370, and you can tell, I looked on the screen like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Hey, left tackle came in after Yosh and did a way better job. He can move and he's just physically imposing. I would love to see this guy go with the ones and just see what he has. Again, he was going against less competition, the 3s and the 4s, but y'all look at Caleb Jones, man. Tackle. Left tackle, he came in after motherfucking Yosh and did a better job. Again, it was against less competition, but just his posture, his get off, just his just his posture, bro. He looks like a big guy. When I looked up and seen he was 6'8", 6'9", I'm like, oh, he had to be. Because as soon as I seen him, I said, who is this motherfucker? Zach Tom came in there at right tackle. He looked very athletic, y'all. He looked like he could handle the load. He handled it better than Royce. So now Royce is fishing for a starting spot now. You know, somebody that came at right guard and shined a little more than him and been more physical than him and not get punked. You know, Hanson. And now you got some other guy playing tackle where they try to put you at, give you an advantage because you played in the NFL before and you played in tackle. But now we got Zach Tom at tackle. I would love to see the lineup of Zach Tom at tackle and Hanson at guard. Of course, Josh Myers in the middle, Runyon, and then I want to see motherfucking Caleb Jones in there, man. 6'9", 370. But let's keep this shit going. Let's go to the receivers. Amari Rodgers, I love your physicality. Hey, great kick return. You might be better as a kick returner because, you know, you have more time to catch the ball and it takes them longer to get down the field. Punt returns, dudes is in your grill, and you got to catch with a guy within 2-3 feet of you. You might be a way better kick returner, and we've seen that. You have physicality at the end of it. You kind of truck stick Robbie Gold, you know, just to let him know, like, hey, that bullshit, y'all won that game, it was bullshit. So I'm glad you did that. But yeah, fucking good job doing that. And you scored a touchdown with the fucking with the backup quarterback. And hey, y'all, let's not act like the backup quarterback. I don't even know his name. I ain't gonna, hey, if he do something the next game, I'm gonna state his name and have a whole little segment on him. But let's not act like this motherfucker didn't come out and go 6 for 8 for 120 yards and a touchdown. So that was good. Can y'all talk good about that? Shit. The third string, I think we got him. His last team was Indianapolis, so we're gonna have to be on the lookout for him. But Romeo Dubs, hey, crisp, like very, hey, your fucking release is incredible, bro. Again, it ain't on quite Davante level yet, but for you to be at this level now, bro, what a great release, bro. And that gets you open early in routes, and then you just use the speed to burn them. That's what happened on your touchdown, and that's what happened that time that you did get the better of Eric Stokes for a second. But again, in the game time situation is different. You would have had to heard a play called. You'd have had to been on the sideline where the crowd is loud. Like, it's a different situation in the game. I'm glad that you're doing good in the game, little bro, and that everything is transferring from what you did with shorts to pads and practice to now against other NFL competition. So, hey, let's see continued success. I would love that you be a factor or at least sprinkled in the week 1. Let's keep it going, Romeo. But again, you let that motherfucker you let Love get blamed for interception he didn't do. Okay, so, you know, you got to come down all the way with it. It ain't college. It ain't just 1 foot in. You got to get both feet in, have possession of the ball all the way to the ground. So let's get that shit together. So, Juwan Winfrey and Samori Toure, out of the battle of the position spot, people saying we're going to hold 7 receivers. Hey, I'm going to go with them 2 fighting for the last spot. You know, Toure and Winfrey, you know, because now you got a boy, you know, Davis, who got something to say about it. He might make the roster. All people been saying about Danny Davis is that he's been doing good all fucking training camp. I told y'all about that too. And like, again, Romeo would do his thing during the drill, and Danny would come in and do the same thing. And that proves in his game what he fucking did. Beautiful pass by Love. But again, great job to you, bro, putting in some numbers. Now, again, some honorable mentions I'm going to use. Winfrey and Toure, y'all still battling for that spot, man. Y'all battling for each other's spot because Amari looked like he in there due to special teams, and he's doing better at that. Again, Bisaccia was yelling at him to get him better. He wasn't yelling at him to say, get out of here. So what we need to do is look at every preseason game and look at it as a whole. What if Jordan Love comes and balls out the next 2 games? What are you going to say then? You know, or what if every game he comes out and just gets a little better? I would even take that. Again, bro, he is on our team. He got the G on their head. Guy, and what are we asking him to do? We're not asking him to go out there and be Aaron Rodgers. He's a backup quarterback at this time. We just need him to get as many reps as possible and to trash him on the very, very first preseason game he had. Give him some time, you guys. He's going to be back. And a couple honorable mentions. I already mentioned that quarterback, the backup quarterback of ours who went 6 for 8, 120-some yards and a touchdown. The motherfucking running back, B.J. Baylor. I see you, bro. Hey, I see you, bro. 11 Goodson. And hey, Goodson, to you, bro, Goodson, the running back, hey, you do that, you're going to make yourself on the roster. Seriously. Like, that's all we need. A dual back. You did good running the ball, almost 40 yards, and you did good receiving the ball. And you got the most carries running the ball. You know, and you caught a great pass. And again, Jordan Love, you're not just looking at stats. You're looking at the command he has. You're looking at his step backs. Like, that was the perfect kind of 1-2 step for a screenplay. Because the screenplay, you can't just tell everybody it's a screen. You know, you got to fake like you're doing something else. And his fake and everything was perfect. And he got the pass off in perfect time. Like, y'all got to look at the good shit, man. Don't just look at the bad shit. The bad shit will correct. And if you want a motherfucker to make a mistake, you want him to make it in the motherfucking preseason. That's where you can make mistakes at. So hopefully the mistakes he did make, they go at the film, look at it, and just, you know, make sure everything is good. Try to correct it. So we're going to see. Again, the jury is still out. The preseason is not just one game, y'all. Do not panic. The preseason is 3 games. What are you going to say if he gets better each and every game? All we should be looking at is for him to be better from the last time we seen him. He has done that. Now we can progress from that. Again, we're not asking him to go win to the Super Bowl for us yet. We got a 4-time MVP. I say 5-time because he won the Super Bowl and MVP behind center, and nobody's ever going to be able to contribute like him. So again, what are you guys asking for with Jordan Love right now? You know, you should limit expectations. You know, right now we just looking for him to be a liable backup. We're not looking for him to be the future of the quarterbacks yet for the Packers, because we got Aaron for at least 3 more years, says his contract. Now, if we win one this year, he wants to retire, that's cool with me. If I think my perfect scenario is he wins one and then he tries it again, you always got to run it back as a champion, I feel. And if you get knocked out, you don't look as bad. Hey, he won a championship, ran it back, made it all the way there, just didn't make it. You know, I'd rather have that kind of story, and he already